you wanna live life? Can I put you on a flight? Sold you all night. Can you go all night? Would you like it right there? Like you right, I swear. It'll make you feel good. Say the word, I can do it.
Spot right here. Perfect. Thank you. Now you're looking great.
What's up, guys? So today we're going to start off with an hourglass figure. So what does that mean? Hourglass figure, obviously, you want the tight waist, the curly hips, shoulders. Doesn't look like too much of a man. You want a boob job, all that stuff. We can help you with that, but we can help you with the tight waist, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna show you the secrets of looking that way, okay? So a lot of people don't have a tiny waist. Luckily, you have a tiny waist. But I've helped her get that shape by certain exercises. So we're gonna show you the secrets to that, and we're gonna show you what the pros do or what the bikini models do to get that hour figure, okay?
The ones who compete. Really quick, I just want to throw in there too, and you can jump in on this. Genetics does play a role in...
Thank God I had good genetics.
In your tiny waist, but you can always work around it to a certain extent. So...
Steroids.
No.
I'm just playing.
Being a natural athlete. So like, for example, we'll put this picture right here. This is a picture before I leaned out, and you can see that I still had that kind of hourglass shape. It was just not as defined. And obviously once I started training with Christian, eating right and living a healthy lifestyle, it all came in together. So you can see the difference. I weigh the same as I do now as I did in that picture. So
Really?
Mm-hmm. That was before I put on the 40 pounds and I got super overweight. So, and even in my overweight pictures, even though I'm like super, you know, fluffy, you can kind of still see that I had some shape. So.
And watch out for the middle. We're gonna show you how to pose. Okay, so posing is really important on Instagram.
Okay.
You can't pose like this. You gotta pose like this. Okay?
Oh.
We'll show you the secrets to that.
All right.
You ready? Let's do it. Okay, so guys, nice, all right? You guys want this is what you want. So we're gonna show you a couple exercises for your abs, for your back, and to widen the hips. So, I mean, technically you can't really widen the hips, but you can do stuff to make them grow your glute min and your glute max to make them pop out a little bit more. And also hamstrings are important. So you can see that little bump. A lot of girls have this and then like a straight line. That's not good. And when you want to have that thickness in the leg, you want the hamstring. Right now we're gonna focus on the back. So your lats. Right, your lats insert down here and originate in onto this bone. So we're gonna show you a lat pull down. What's happening is your chest is up, okay, and go pull down. Okay, so the muscle she's using right here is a little bit of her rhomboids and a little bit of her lat, which is all down. Okay, so if you think about what the function of the muscle does, is it pulls down. Okay, so I don't know what that is, humeral depression, whatever you call it. But here's a trick. Here's a trick to the lat part. Her chest is up, and what she's gonna do is, she's not gonna move her elbow. So watch it very carefully. Go. Okay, so what she's doing is she's pulling her rhomboids down to the middle of her back. Okay, this is very important because this movement right here, a lot of people start here and then bend their elbow immediately. What you wanna do is you wanna use, this is a muscle right here. Okay, so you need to get that muscle used to have a full good lat. So she go ahead. She's pulling down. Now she's pulling with her elbows down. Okay, very important. Let's go ahead and do it again. So it's going here, pulling right there. She's squeezing, and now her lat. If her arm's up here, if you go like this to your body and you feel your lat, you can't contract your lat. You can contract your lat pushing down. Okay, so if you push your humerus down, so if you're here and you push down, you're using your lat. If you're up here, it's stretched. It can't be used. So that's the important part. So okay, do it one more time. Pull down and then pull down. Bam. And what she's doing too is she's always depressing. What that means is you don't want to shrug. Again, shrugging stretches your lat. You want to pull down, and you want to make sure these are down so your lats are contracted. Okay, and your lats, I mean your back. We're going to show you a variation where her hands are pronated. We're also going to show you a variation where her hands are turned the other way or supinated. And what that does, it works a little bit more inside and down on the back. Okay, so you can get the hourglass. And a lot of people say, okay, well, I'm going to get a wide shoulders. Like that's not necessarily.
Unless you think I have wide shoulders.
Yeah, but that's part of that's the trick. So the trick is to get them a little wider so your hips look a lot small. So a lot of people don't think about that.
Your waist looks smaller.
Yeah.
And then it comes back out at your head.
So that's the back. So for the legs, we're going to show you one that's the abductor and the adductor machine. And also we're going to show you a variation of a leg press that uses, so what happens when your leg is turned this way, you're going to lose your glute min, okay? Also when it's turned this way, we're going to use both ways. So, and we're gonna superset that with a hamstring curl. So I'll show you different variations of hamstring curl to work what they call, so a hamstring is not, this is your hamstring. It's not just a hamstring. There's different parts of the hamstring. So down here is your distal hamstring, okay? Farthest away from the center of your body. Here's your proximal. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna this part, and we're gonna work this part, and we're gonna work the meat of the hamstring. So the whole hamstring pops like a balloon, and that's what you want. That's the look that you want. Okay, so we're gonna work on that, and we're gonna work on abs. And I'm gonna show you one of my secrets that I get to tighten my waist up, and that a lot of the pros use to tighten their waist up. It's a little trick, and I explained it a bunch of times before, and we're gonna go through an ab workout showing you exactly what to do. All right, so.
You guys see my little baby abs?
Yeah, let's get in there.
Let me see your abs. Okay. What about hip? Because I know that's something that you guys always ask.
So hip dips you can't really fix. Hip dips are just your hip dips. What you do the thing.
So what a lot of I'm gonna expose myself right now. So if I'm standing.
Okay, take that out.
No,
let's not do that. Okay. So hip dips something you can't fix, but what we're gonna show you right now is gonna help. It can help. I don't know how much it's gonna help with your body type, whatever it may be, but we'll show you what you can do to improve. So this is for hip dips. So get an hourglass figure, and we're gonna do it right now. All right guys, so here's the lat pull down. You guys can hold it wide, you don't have to. The wider you go, the wider you can get out on your lat. So what, she's gonna go ahead and go down. So this is what we were talking before, right? So you do it again. Go ahead. And you can actually do this. What I like to do is I like to do like 15 of these before I actually go down all the way. So she's coming down, now go ahead and go all the way down. So now, important, she's holding on to the weight, but she's forgetting she's holding on. So her arms are almost like this. It's not straight, because then you're gonna wear your wrist out. If you hold it a little like this, work your forearms, and you can use your back a little more. Go ahead. So now, she's squeezed, so she's pulling down. Notice that her elbow, her humerus is like right under her ear. Go ahead, do it wrong. Okay, see how her elbow is behind the bar? So now your elbows are almost slightly in. It's gonna activate your lat a lot more. Pulling with her back first, she's pulling to the center of her back, all the way down. A lot of people go down to her chest. I just go down to my chin. I don't think it really matters. And maybe if you go down a little more, you get a little lower on the lat. Now go ahead and show this. So this was pronated, okay? Her hands were like this. What's gonna happen is she's gonna switch it around and she's gonna come a little closer. So what that's doing is that's gonna work again, and always chest up. Her shoulder blades are retracted backwards. So meaning back, meaning this way, and down. Again, activating the lat. Go ahead and pull down. So she's, okay, do that again. Very important, this is the secret right here. Go ahead. She's pulling down, her elbows have not moved. So she's using her back without even using her hands yet. And that's the key, okay, go down. Pulling all the way down, she's flexing, she's squeezing as hard as she can. And then she's not relaxing the muscle. What she's doing is she's still squeezing the muscle, she's just relaxing it just enough to come up. So this is still in a contracted state. A lot of people will go down and just kind of let the weight come up. Go ahead and do it again. So what she's doing, she's flexing, she's squeezing, and she's unflexing. It's a big difference in pulling the weight down and just coming back up and relaxing, okay? So guys gotta understand that. It's a little hard to explain, but just relax the weight, let go of the weight. Now do the same thing. Go ahead. So right there, you still feeling your back? Because that's the motion of what that muscle does. So whatever that function of the muscle is, that's what you do, okay? So this is gonna help right here, all the way down to the lower end. And that gets a lot of the fat down here, and it gets a lot of fat right here.
Your love handles.
Yeah, so great workout. You have to perfect this workout first. And what I suggest doing is doing it without weight and feeling in your back. If you feel it in the back and you flex it hard and almost getting a workout without weight, that means you're ready to go to weight, okay? So this is the pronated lat pull down with the bar and the supinated lat pull down with the bar. And we're on to our next exercise, and it's going to be for the hip dips and for the wider hips. All right guys, so like we promised, here's the hip dip one. Hip dip, they come in, okay, obviously. So what she's doing is she's filling her glute minimus, glute maximus. So this is not an ego workout, so not doing any weight. You can add weight as you get better at it. So what she's doing, go ahead. So guys, if you guys feel any strain in here, careful. This you need to stretch, and you need to get good at stretching before you start this one. Go ahead, go down. So her knee and her toe are aligned, relatively. Okay, they don't have to be perfect. Her hips align too. So this is a straight line right here, okay? And notice that her shoulder, go ahead, and she's putting her, go ahead. her knee is outside her shoulder, her whole foot is on it. Once your heel starts coming up off the board or whatever this is, that's when you push up, okay? So you don't want your heel to come up. Then you're gonna start tapping your knee and your quad, and we don't want, again, her knee is pushed out as far as she can towards me, and she's flexing. And again, it's not a race to get it up as quick as you can. Go ahead, go down. Notice, this is important, is she's pausing, she's flexing. Okay, go ahead. She's not moving the weight. You can forget about the weight. She's flexing the muscle, and the weight's coming up as a byproduct of her flexing. So again, her whole foot's on the board. It's pausing, and notice. Go ahead, go down. Look how it hits. She's going all the way down. So that means she's tapping into her glute as much as she can. She's only tapping so much of her glute because she has went down as far as she can and stretched the muscle as far as she can. So here's for hip dips. All right guys, so this is an easy one. All you're doing is a hip abduction. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I'm pretty sure every gym has this one. What you can do though, it's pretty cool. Go ahead and lean forward. So this works a little more and push your butt up. So she's lifting. It just puts more tension on the glute and the whole leg in general, and makes it a lot harder. And it makes you contract the butt a lot more than just sitting down. So this is a variation. I'm sure you see this one all the time. This is actually a good one though. Yeah, it's good. I looked at the mechanics of it, and it's actually really good. So try it out, and it definitely fills out the glute really well too. So that's why I like it. With that being said, we're gonna go to hamstrings. All right, so this is a really cool one. It's a prone leg curl.
It's a hamstring curl machine.
It's a hamstring curl machine. So right here. So there's, like I said, there's different part of your hamstrings. You actually work out different part of your hamstring with the same machine. Is her hips are going to be pressed. I actually taught that this was the only right way, and I learned different. So her hips are pressed down. Go ahead and come up. So when her hips are pressed down, she's going to work upper. Okay, so I can actually feel the muscle. Nothing down here. This is one way to do it. Now go ahead and lift your hips up. So for a long time I thought this was wrong, and it kind of is, but so now nothing here, all down here. Okay, so this is how you get the curl. So this is the 2 alternations, usually 3 sets of 15, whatever you want to do. I actually did like 10 sets of 10 one time. But hips down and hips up, okay? And regular, and then you can get some with kind of cheating, which is good. Hamstrings are hard to grow, and a lot of times are underdeveloped to your quads. But if her hips are down, then her hips are up. Okay, that's the 2 variations. Very important variation. Try them both, and you're gonna feel it where the muscle's working. And that's just one example of the many ways you can use machines to work different parts of the muscle. So my bicep has a lot of different areas that can be worked. A lot of times there's people work the bicep curl. You can use a lot of different angles to hit different parts of the muscle. So this is a good one, try it out. We're on to abs actually. So her hips are tight. So I see a lot of people talking shit on Instagram. So her hips aren't real. Her hips are real. These are like tiny hips. Like I can almost put my hands around them. You can't even put my hands around my bicep. So what is this? How did she get this? Like I told you in the Q&A, your transverse abdominis goes around your whole body. Okay, so one of the things that is good digestion. Good digestion is really important. If you don't have digestion, you get a lot of bloating. You won't be able to work your abs as much, okay, and as effectively. So digestion, whatever that may be, is important. We're coming out with a new meal plan for IBS, leaky gut, stuff like that. So check it out. Anyway, so go ahead. She's going to suck her belly button in, up to her spine. Okay. So she's sucking her belly button into her spine and up into her rib cage. So she's pulling up. Now she's going to squeeze her bladder as hard as. So this is difficult. What's happening is she's tightening her core and just sucking everything in. Okay, this is a natural waist trainer. Waist trainers kind of do this, but your body adapts and will actually get fatter when you take it in a long period of time. Go ahead and do it again. So what's going to happen is you're going to do this around 3 to 4 times before your ab workout, and you're going to do it for about 15 to 20 seconds. Okay, so she's sucking in, she's holding it hard. Good. And this doesn't get you a 6-pack. This tightens your waist. This is different. Okay, so this is 3 to 4 sets of 15 to 20 seconds, and then you go into your ab routine. So a good ab routine, or a good thing to do when you're using core and you want to make it tight, is isometric squeeze. So the squeezes are just periods of time where you're actually holding the contract like a plank. So one of a good one is knee up, hands to my dorsiflexion, toes up. Come on, toes up. We're working here. Her glute, so she's squeezing her glute to keep this leg up. This is going to work all the way down. So your abs are all one muscle. It's going to work all the way down to the insertion down in the pelvis. 15 seconds, straight 15 seconds. Okay, then switch, dorsiflex, hand out, squeeze the glute, squeeze the core, hand to the ceiling. Good, dorsiflex, 15 seconds, and into a plank. Back is straight, her neck is neutral, she's not looking up. Okay, you got that curve in the neck. Okay, her hips are turned in. So if you're doing a crunch, your hips turn in. Okay, this is the same thing, making your abs shorter. Go ahead and do it wrong. I see a lot of people do this, and probably what a lot of you guys do. See how her butt's up? All she's doing is hyperextending her back, and extending. So her abs are pulling this way. You gotta be pulling the other way, okay, like a crunch. So go ahead and do it again. So let's illustrate again.
The right way?
Yeah. Here, she's tucked under, okay, squeezing. What she's doing, pulling her hands and her knees together. She's not moving her hands, she's pulling them together. It's a big difference. You're gonna feel a lot of tension in the core, okay? Usually if you do it right, you can only hold it for about 30 seconds. If you just like really go at it and you're a beginner, just go longer as you go and make sure you don't feel in your back. If you're feeling in your back, you're doing it wrong, go on your knees and start. Okay, show that. So same thing, all you do is just go on your knees, and it actually allows you to pull a little better from your knees to in your elbows, just pulling together a little more. Again, she's tucking under. And so you're gonna do 3 sets of those. So that's the top ones I do for people to start losing body weight, fat in the belly area fast, because a lot of isometric squeezes, so that's using your metabolism, mitochondria, and it's getting you strong for when you wanna actually build the core hard and get this needs to be done first. So don't go, you can't go on the 6-pack straight away, but this is important, okay? So again, use the tucks a lot and use the planks. All right guys, so that's my top workout for a snatched waist. This is what I do with all my clients to begin with when I start seeing the figure and to start molding them. It's your core, it's your back, and it's your legs. Try it out, tell me how it is. If you guys liked it, please leave a comment, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. And watch out for our merch. So you can check it out online. We're gonna get some new summer stuff. It's pretty cool. So check it out and subscribe, please. You know, you subscribe, we help you, you help us. You know, it all works out for us. So if you guys want to subscribe, click it. Where is it? Right here.